Hi, this is Paul, City Sailing. Welcome to our day out on the PS Waverley from Dunoon Pier to Tighnabruaich and return through the Kyles of Bute. Here she is arriving on the new Dunoon Pier. She doesn't use the Victorian Dunoon Pier anymore. I don't know why. It is much more iconic and beautiful, but we'll see that in a minute. And you can see as she comes alongside, she has to come alongside fast to keep her steerage way, because the only steering is the rudder at the back, and she doesn't rely on the prop wash that boats have with their propeller on the rudder. Battery. I just love the noise of the pistons going. So when you go on the Waverley, all the pistons and the crankshafts are open so you can see. She's a triple expansion engine. It's powered by steam. She used to be coal-fired, but she's converted to oil fire, and that's why you'll only see smoke out one of the chimneys. So triple expansion works where the steam comes in at high pressure into the first piston. So the first piston is smaller than the second. The exhaust from that first piston goes to the second piston, and that's bigger, and then it goes into the third piston, which is the largest. So as the pressure of the steam drops, the piston gets bigger and bigger. I'll say I love that sound of the pistons going around. You see the pistons on the crankshaft. It's the same shaft that goes all the way across, and it joins the paddles on either side. So that's why the paddles can either go forward or reverse. Here's a cutaway of a triple expansion steam engine, and you can see quite clearly how the pistons are a different size and the bores of the where the pistons go are a different size. This is the Titanic. She is a quadruple expansion engine, two sets of them with the different size cylinders and the steam coming out of the pistons into the next cylinders. The interesting thing about the Titanic was that the two shafts were run by the pistons, and the steam coming out of the two sets of pistons actually went into a steam turbine to drive the third propeller on it.
Two big diesel-fired boilers.
Yeah.
Within that space as well, you've also got 3 diesel generators.
Yeah.
That's just powering the electricity, and then you've got a few other little bits of machinery. So you've got your 2 big boilers.
Yeah.
This big white pipe you can see here.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's your main steam line.
Okay.
Yeah. So in the centre here you've got HP piston.
Yeah.
The centre one. On the starboard side, you've got your medium pressure. Okay. On your port side, you've got your low pressure.
Okay.
And what's happening is the main steam's coming in. It's what's driving this piston.
Yeah.
Now obviously, once the steam does go in and it's used, you're going to lose pressure, you're going to lose heat.
Yeah.
So because you're losing pressure, you can't have a piston the same size. It won't power it. So that's why you've got your medium pressure.
Yeah.
It's going to be slightly bigger.
Yeah.
Yeah. So then the same thing happens again. It travels over here to your LP.
Yeah.
Low pressure. Once the steam's exhaust from the low pressure, travels down into a space down here. That's your condenser.
Yeah.
Now what a condenser does, you've got your steam in, you've got seawater constantly flowing through, it's cooling it.
Yeah.
The steam, once it's cooled, it'll turn back into water, obviously at a higher temperature. The water has been condensated going to your hot well. The hot well then will take it back to your boilers.
Okay.
Now obviously we've got feed heaters and stuff, because the hotter the temperature of the water in the boiler, the most efficient it's going to be really.
Yeah.
But if you've got, let's say you've got 20-degree water in there, in comparison to 90 something,
yeah.
It's going to take longer to heat up the 20 to steam.
Yeah.
And that's pretty much it, man. That's the cycle, like. You've got like other little bits of machinery, so you've got feed pumps down over there in your starboard side.
Yeah.
That's sucking all your seawater. And in the boiler room you've got oily water separators.
Yeah.
That's it. If your pump bilges overboard, to comply with MARPOL, it needs to go through an oil water separator. That just makes sure that the oil, if there's oil in your bilge, it'll filter it until it's 15 ppm or below, and then you can discharge it overboard.
How much water do you have to carry to the boiler?
I'm not 100% on the actual mass of it, but I'm going to find out. I'll find out for you. There we go. So there's your capacities there.
Okay.
So your fresh water, 8,700 litres. your forward boiler tank, your aft boiler tank. Then you've got obviously your fresh water, and then we do bunkers every 3 days, just to get the bunkers where you get your fuel oil back on. And that's how much you got gas oil, fuel oil.
38 tons.
Yeah. It's a lot, mate. It burns through a lot, mate. But yeah, that's that, mate.
Wow. Cool, thank you very much.
No, it's alright, mate.
Yeah,
Have a nice day, mate.
Yeah, will do. Thank you.
That's that.
Waverley, she is part of the west coast of Scotland. She is part of the history. She's the only seagoing paddle steamer left, and I do urge that the only way that she's going to carry on is if you go on the boat. It is absolute great value for money. She's a fantastic boat. It's an amazing day out, all round from on deck to where you go, the views, seeing in the engine room. So I would like to say thank you to all the staff, all the people on the Waverley, and wish good passages. This was filmed last year in 2021. And hopefully we'll get a go on her this year, either in Scotland or when she comes around to Dunoon. We try every year to go on her in Scotland, but we did one trip from Tighnabruaich to Southend and came back on the train. That was amazing to have her come off the Pier, Tower Pier, and then being brought around by a tug and Tighnabruaich opening and coming through Tighnabruaich and going down the Thames. So on behalf of City Sailing, Waverley and the Secret Coast, Argyll and Bute, thanks very much for watching the video. I know it's a long one. I hope you really enjoyed it as much as we enjoyed our day out. I hope you'll watch the rest of our videos. They're quite varied, navigation and other interesting videos. Thanks very much. This is Paul from City Sailing, out.
That left, remember?